What's up, Coach? It's Bryce with Synergy. Today, we're going to show you a few things on the team site that might help you to find some ideas heading into next season. So, had a question from a D1 coach recently. She said, hey, I want to get in. I want to find the best teams on sideline out of bounds and end line out of bounds. That's an area that I'm going to be running this season. I want to make sure, we're running all the right stuff and have the right timing and so on and so forth. So, here's how we can help you to do that kind of thing in Synergy. So, obviously, you get in the site. And there's actually a tab up here called Leaderboards. You're going to want to click Team Leaderboards. So click Team Leaderboards, and then you'll see a bunch of filters will pop up. Right now, I've got it set to college women. This is a women's basketball D1 coach that asked me this question, so that's what I've set it to. But you can, find any different level or league based on what package you have with Synergy. So we got college women, 22, 23 from last year, NCAA Division I. Up here, you can see the list of those teams. It's just sorting by points per possession at the moment. At overall offense. So we see just on offense alone, like Iowa, Florida Gulf Coast, Indiana, Utah were some of those top teams. But what we want to do is we want to see on end line out of bounds. So I go out of bounds, end. I click that. And then what I want to do from here is change the minimum amount of possessions to get a much larger sample size. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to switch it to 100. And then we'll see the teams that have the highest points per possession on out of bounds on the end. So make sure you have it on offensive, otherwise it'll be the best defensive teams in those scenarios, which you might also want to watch. See the teams that guard inline out of bounds plays the best by switching this from offense to defense right here. But you can then see it's FDU, Eastern Kentucky, South Dakota State. These are some of the teams that have the best points per possession. So again, you'll have to go in and watch that video just by clicking, whether it's the points or the games, or if you go to the team page itself. So I could click on Virginia Tech right here, and then I could go to play types, and then from play types I could then go down, I go to overall, and then from overall I could then see, hey, here's their out of bounds on the end. They have 200 clips, and I could say, hey, I want to see the 78 clips that they ran. I could then click that 78 to see all the makes that they have on an end line out of bounds. So that's a quick way to get just to those clips, from that Leaderboards tab. We'll go back to Leaderboards now. So keep in mind that some of these categories you may or may not have. So you have to have access to our insights package to see the shot quality metrics. So as far as like points per shot, if we click that, it'll then show us who has the highest points per shot. It should be pretty similar because obviously high points per possession should lead to high points per shot. You could also filter by shot quality. So just to see who's getting the best shots, which actually was Cal Baptist. So Cal Baptist was getting the best shots on their out of bounds situations last year underneath the basket. So another cool metric to look at if you have the Synergy Insights package as well. So you can see Portland jumped up a lot. Utah was still pretty high up on there. Iowa's back near the top in terms of the quality of the shots they're getting. Again, so you could flip it to defensive. So if you want to see, let's go points per possession and flip it to defensive per team. This will show us the teams that do the best job defending the baseline out of bounds situation. So you can see, this will be the worst. We'll quickly switch that off because you want to sort it by lowest points per possession. And boom, just like that, you can see some teams that do a really, really good job, whether it's scouting or the style of defense that they run, defending underneath the basket. Georgia, UCLA, Iona, McNeese, they run a zone. So there's probably some things to watch there if you want to run some zone. So definitely some really interesting ways to find ideas, see what teams run that's really, beneficial for you as a staff to, consider as you head into, the start of the season coming up. So hopefully that helps. Utilize your leaderboards. If you don't have our insights package already, you want to use these shot quality metrics on the leaderboards, let us know. Another thing that's cool with that insights package is there's also a transfer portal filter in the leaderboard. So if I go to like the player leaderboards, there'll actually be a transfer status filter here. So for Division I and Division II. So keep that in mind too as far as the insights package goes. Let us know if you have any questions. Shoot a comment below, contact our support line, or email us, and we'd be happy to help. Thanks. Have a great day and good luck.